All right, Daniel. So we're here for the launching of Bayside Studios. And I just wanted to ask, how did you get started? What made you want to do this?
When I was about 15 or 16 years old.
How old are you now?
I'm 23 years old now.
Okay.
So I would say about 6 to 7 years ago, on my 16th birthday, I woke up and I just kept writing lyrics, and it felt like God was pouring into me. So I started writing lyrics, and I got all excited and thought I was going to be maybe a rapper or a singer, and started my journey. And as I started my journey, I feel like God has expanded my mind. I first started off, like I said, rapping. Then it turned to I want a label, and I built the first little small part of the studio, and now it's a company with a label inside of it and an apparel line inside of it and multiple businesses inside of a company. So I started with just an idea and a thought and some God pouring into me, and ever since I've just let him keep pouring into me, and it's just expanded on itself.
Amen. And so did you have this before you were 16? Did you have this gift of music, or it just something just came out of the blue?
It was out of the blue.
Okay.
For me, I played instruments. I played in the orchestra.
Okay.
So I had some training when it came to music. I read all clefs, but what I do and what I do in the mic or what I do here, I can't say it stemmed from that. It was more of a separate thing.
Okay.
And it just happened.
Because usually when God calls people to do things, he usually calls us to do something that we never thought we would do.
Right.
Is that
right. So when I first started, and he was telling me, and I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to tell my grandfather and my mom I want to be a rapper? And that was my first initial reaction to it. And it's taken all the way up until now, 23 years old, 6-7 years, for something like this, for the family to be fully comfortable. So I do understand.
Okay. And so are you going to school? Because I know you're in college now.
Yes.
Are you going to school for this?
So I went to Johnson C. Smith. I go to Johnson C. Smith University for music business and technology. Immediately when I went there, I realized that, or I was told by my professors, my advisors, that I knew more than anybody or what they would know in a degree. So I was bored, and I still am bored. I've got 3 years of school underneath my belt, and I was driving back and forth from Charlotte to Maryland, and I told my mom, I want to launch my business. Can I take a gap year? Can I do what I need to do? School's not a problem, but this is right now, and I was afforded the opportunity. So once this grand opening happens and everything finishes, then now I'm on the journey of I would like somebody to pay me to finish my degree.
Okay.
And thinking about it differently.
Okay. And so between these 6-7 years that you've been working on this, can you give us an idea of the struggles that you may have had? Because usually people, when God calls them to do something, they think it's going to happen automatically, or they think everything is just going to be grandiose and I'm going to be blessed. He's just going to pour in the money. He's just going to pour in the resources and everything. Mm-hmm. Have you had any struggles? Can you give any life lessons?
Yes. I've had plenty of struggles. Anything that you do that is going to be great or anything like that, you're going to go through things. I first thought that by the time I was 18, I'll be performing everywhere, and I was going to be doing all these type of things. And I quickly realized that you have to, one, put in your own work, put in time into something, perfect your craft. And as I've gone, I've had struggles. I've had personal struggles. Actually, I lost 100 pounds during this whole entire journey.
You have lost a lot of weight.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I lost 100 pounds in 7 months. It's something that I had to take time out from this, and I had to get myself right.
Physically
and,
ready.
Things I would think that money was coming, and I realized I had to make it myself, or I couldn't get this now, or I wanted this probably when I was 20, 21. So being patient.
That's good.
If being patient is extremely important in anything you do that's going to be extraordinary, or anything that's going to be at the next level, there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be things that come along that you have to do. And if you ever skip a step, you will find out very quickly that you should have never skipped a step. So that's one thing I have learned, is that doesn't work. You go at the pace that where it is, and as long as you're grinding, doing what you're going to do, it'll work out.
And so do you currently have customers, and what kind of customers are you looking for? If someone needs a studio, like what can they do and how can they reach you?
Okay, so I have customers, I have clientele. We shut down the studio for about 6 months to finish this build. So this grand opening is, having everybody come back, but I do have customers. I have a website, www.wearebse.com, wearebse.com. You can click the contact button, and if you're inquiring about studio time or anything like that, and it will come straight to us, and we will answer any questions that you have.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
No problem.